And welcome everybody, it's Dan. Hope you're well today. Welcome to the live stream. So in this session, I want to talk about following up on leads because it's something that does occur to me. And actually, we're going to run an event in January in Leeds, which we'll post across our social media platforms. But the event is going to be talking about following up on those leads. But I want to, obviously it's 4 months away. So before we get there, I just want to cover some stuff off today that hopefully might help you because, and I think we're guilty of this as well to some extent. We work so hard on generating copy and images and video. And I looked at one of our Facebook ads clients' videos, and I was blown away by the quality of the video. Definitely scroll stopping video, and that's great. Obviously, generating leads, people downloading the free guide or signing up for a free training course or even a low cost, a low paid training course. Wonderful. And so you're generating these leads. And then what happens after that? And usually nothing. So we just got a client and their first 2 weeks of lead generation has gone really well. Generated 11 leads, cost £73 in ad spend, really low, good quality stuff. They've all downloaded like a free guide. So clearly they're interested. And so I messaged them and I'm like, how many of these people have you actually followed up with? And they're like, none. I didn't know about following up. And it's like, okay, actually, you know what? I take responsibility for that because I think that's my fault. There's an assumption from our point of view, from my point of view, that everybody knows what I know. And obviously I've worked, not obviously, but you don't know this, but I've worked in Dell, for example. I've worked in IT, sales for many, many years. And we know that it's in the following up. We know it's in nurturing relationships. It's building that contact. All that stuff is really important. And for me, it's really obvious that that's what you should be doing. This nurture campaign is what you need to have in place. It's obvious, right? You pick up the phone and you don't have to do it. You can get someone else to do it. We've got Douglas who does it for us on our behalf. He's a freelancer, doesn't work specifically for my business. Phones everybody up who's downloaded one of our free guides. Hey, you downloaded the guide. Have you had a look at it yet? Do you want to get on a call with Dan? If they do book a call with Dan, we get Douglas to go out and actually pre-call for my call to make sure they're actually going to show up, what we're going to talk about. So there's a whole bunch of systems in place in my business that make sure that when we generate a lead, we actually continue that conversation through to getting them onto a strategy call where hopefully they're then going to sign up for our products and services. And then after that strategy call, they then get another call just following up. Hey, how did it go with Dan? Is there anything I can do to help? Blah, 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 right? And so we've got this system of follow-up in place. Now, when I speak to a lot of business owners, first up, most of them are dreadful, at best average of generating leads. And once we've generated a lead, usually they're even worse at actually following up that lead. And when I say the worst, I mean it doesn't happen. They never even pick up the phone. There's no email nurture campaign. And I think this is like an assumption that people think Facebook ads is this magic wand, piff, paff, puff, to quote Sutton and Sweep's magic words. No, it's easy wheezy, let's get busy, isn't it? So easy wheezy, let's get busy, poof. Leads are generated and they're clambering over each other to come and buy your stuff and nothing, right? We know this ourselves. We run a campaign. It's a free guide. Brilliant. There's a bit in there about following up, page 56. You should not following up about, taking the next step. You should come and work with us and we can help you. Page 56. Crickets, nothing, right? Like Facebook ads is not this magic thing. There is no such thing as this magic thing where you just poof, piff, puff, puff. Facebook ads, sales, like, oh my gosh, I wish that was true. That is not how businesses work. Think about the last thing that you purchased. What was the last thing that we purchased? In fact, I'll tell you what we're purchasing. We're just purchasing. We have paddle boards and we go down on a Sunday morning when it's quiet into the Mediterranean. We go paddle surfing. It's beautiful. This time of year, it's quite quiet. It's still quite warm. You can get in the sea. It's lovely. And we want, although we're like 200 meters away, we want some big wheels that will carry 2 surfboards, 2 paddle boards down to the beach, right? Because we're blooming heavy things after 10 minutes of walking. And so Think about the research that we've done for that. We looked on Temu, we looked on Amazon, we asked ChatGPT, we popped to Decathlon to see if they had them. Well, that's 3 or 4 things that we did automatically. Now imagine that that's your business and you sell paddle surfboards and the wheels that can cart them around. And I downloaded a free guide on the easiest ways of moving your paddleboard around, right? I don't know if such a thing exists, but maybe it does. And nobody followed that up. Hey Dan, noticed you're looking for how to move paddleboards around. Yeah, we got a special offer on right now. We'll carry 2. How many do you need? 2. Okay. It's 10% off, but I can only give that to you today. Like, how much is it? 60 quid. Brilliant. That's how much it was on Temu or on Amazon. 10% off, £54. Brilliant. Is it in stock? No, but we can have it next week. Brilliant. There's my credit card. Bring it in next. Like, that's a sale. But think about all those other businesses that don't do any following up. Well, I'm so special that people should just want to buy my stuff. Don't you know how special I am? Don't you know how amazing our stuff is? Like, nobody thinks like that. Like, business owners think like that. Every business owner I've ever met, well, they should just want to buy it. I wish life was like that. They should just buy it from me. Why are we using anybody else? Ours is the best. It's the cheapest. It's the I don't know, whatever. It's better, right? Like, it's faster, it's quicker, it's cheaper. Our customer service is better than everybody else. These are the things that everybody says. No one cares. Get on the phone, pick up the phone them up. Hey, you downloaded the free Facebook ads guide. How's that going? Have you implemented that? Yeah, it's complicated, isn't it? Do you want to get on a call with Dan and can talk through how we can help you with that? You're not ready for that yet? Maybe in 2 months or a week? Yeah. Let me get through this week and then next week. Brilliant. Let me schedule in for that call. Let's book it in now. Now we've got a call. Then, the day before, yeah, we spoke last week. You're going to speak with Dan. You still all right for that? No, you're not. Not a problem. Should we book you in a couple more days? Brilliant. What was the problem for today? You're just so busy you can't do it. Got it. Okay. Do you think you might be so busy in a few more days? Yeah. Okay. But how important is this in terms of solving that problem of lead generation? Is that important to you? Yeah. How about we just do the call? Right. It's going to take 15 minutes. Do the call. Could be life changing. Do you see the difference? Or they download the Facebook ads, right? This is what people do. We download it, you do it, I do it, we all do it. Guess where that download goes? Nowhere. Nobody does anything. We don't read it. We don't download. Like, we download it, but we don't look at it. Like we forget. Life gets in the way. All that stuff happens, right? And so this is then affecting your income, because I know I do it, and I know that you do it, and you know that you do it as well, right? Because everybody does it. And yet, despite knowing all that, you still don't do the thing that you know you should be doing, which is following people up. So you've got to give them a push. Not everybody's just sat there for your amazing deal and your amazing offer. They've got 1,000,001 things to do. They need to watch the new Alien Earth series on Netflix. They want to watch Star Trek, the new film, whatever it's going to be, that's coming out, whenever that comes out. Or they need to rewatch Andor. A lot of Netflix stuff going on here. But I mean, well, I need to watch my social media. I need to scroll that for a bit. Oh, I've got my kids thing, and I've got this to do, and I've got to cook, and I've got to do the gym 5 days a week. Like, there's 1,000,001 things for people all to do that are making it very easy for them to forget that you exist, and that your product exists, and that your product can help them in some way. So you've got to give them a push. People do not buy straight away unless the pain of not buying is so great. They're like, no, I need to do it. I'm going to buy it now. Brilliant, I've bought it. And then, do you know what happens after they've bought it? Sometimes nothing. We got a client bought a website. We're in month 2, like week 7 or 8, I think it is, of designing this website. And it's really hard trying to get what we need from the client to finish their website for them. I have to push them and cajole them a little bit. So even though it will help them and change their business, they still need help. Even though they bought it, they still need help. Now think about that for a person who hasn't even bought it yet. They're not even financially dedicated to that, to getting finished. If they haven't bought it, at least these chaps have bought it, and they are financially dedicated to getting this thing finished at some point, right? But imagine somebody who's just scrolling through your stuff to download the guide or the free training, whatever that's going to be. But there's nothing after that. There's no training. There's no follow-up call. There's no text messages. There's no nurture campaign. Nothing. Not even a retargeting advert. this is what you need. And so some people are going to buy straight away. Brilliant. 5%. The other 95%, 20% of those people are amber. Okay, so the 5% are greens, they're just going to buy. The other 20%, they're amber. They need some persuading, they need some follow-up, they have no confidence in you, your product, but it will do what you say it will do, and so on. So you've got to resolve all of that. And then the other 75%, they're all red, right? You could be giving out gold-plated Lamborghinis and 3 holidays for life and £1 million a week. They don't believe you, they don't trust you, they have no confidence in you, and they would never buy, right? So that 20%, that nurturing 20%, that's what you've got to do to them. You've got to nurture them. You've got to push them. And this is really a numbers game. So think about this. In the olden days, it used to take 5 to 7 contacts, touches, for a customer to actually come and buy from you. Now, and when I say the olden days, I mean pre-social media, right? Pre-Instagram, TikTok, Facebook Shorts, YouTube Shorts, all that stuff. Before that, it was 5 to 7. Now, how many touches do you think it needs for that person to become a customer? 20, 25, 30, 100? Think about that. And how much content are you putting out? Oh, I'll do 1 piece a week. Oh, I think that's enough. Like, got no chance. 1 piece an hour. Ramp it up. Like we're putting out so much content right now. This video will be broken up into little short videos and we put out as content as well. And so you've got to be everywhere all at once. We've got emails going out. We've got content going out. We've got live streams going out. We've got Facebook ads going out. When somebody lands on one of our websites, they get a retargeting video that says, hey, come and buy our stuff. Here's a free guide, right? So we are touching people at all these different points. Our podcast goes out once a week. This will get converted into an MP3. It'll go out on iTunes and what's the other one? Amazon and Android and everything else that it goes, right? Spotify, for example. So we have a lot of content going out because we've got to know, we know that we've got to touch all these people at various different points. So you've got to at least be running Facebook ads. You've got to at least be running some sort of content, long form video broken down into smaller pieces of content. In fact, one of our clients today who works for a large coaching organization, one of the largest ones on the planet, was asked today, what was the message? Let me just see if I can pull up the message. Because I thought this was quite a cool message actually that we got today. Let me just pull this up. Had a call from head office. Such and such a franchise owner was interested in the work that we've been doing together, and that's because we're running Facebook ads, we're getting long form content, and then cutting up all these little pieces, and then putting his complete nurture sequence together, connected to his CRM. He's got retargeting adverts. He's got a brand new website with brand new landing pages. He's got small training courses that are going to be going out for like £5 or £7, just to cover the cost of ad spend. And then he's got a nurture campaign which will upsell. Like all this stuff you've got to do. But no, most people, people will just buy when they're ready to buy. I don't like selling. I'm not even saying that you sell. I'm saying that you follow up, which is different than selling. I don't like selling. And I don't like having to persuade somebody to buy our stuff. But if someone's in the market for Facebook ads, why are they using somebody else when they should be using us? In fact, we just took on a client who's come from one of the bigger Facebook ad agencies because they weren't getting the support that they needed. And they do with us, been with us for a month or so now. And they're getting daily support, which is amazing for them, right? Because they never got that before. I don't particularly think that it should be all salesy and you're a salesman. I don't like that, right? What I like is giving people all the information that they need to make an informed decision. That's what a pre-sales is. That's what a pre-sales call is. That's what a nurture campaign is. That's what all this content that we put out across social media is. And so you've got to do that as well. And then we're on to timing. So, in fact, before we talk about time, I want to talk about follow-up methods. You should be having retargeting. You should be having nurture campaigns via email, maybe text message or WhatsApp, but only if you've got a strict opt-in. I don't like that. I think it's a bit spammy, and I don't join WhatsApp groups because it's just spam, and I don't like it. So you can use that, but you've absolutely got to have explicit approval from them in order to do it. But all the other stuff, you've got to be creating all that content. So we talked about that. So timing. This is something I call the dead zone. I spoke about this for a long time. It comes from a film. confidential, which is where I got the name from. But basically, when a lead comes in, the longer you leave it, the deader it gets. So if a lead came in 10 days ago and you're only just, thinking, oh, I'll phone them up, they don't even know who you are. They don't even remember filling in the form. When a lead comes in, the same day, that should be followed up because it's fresh in their mind. And so, think about this. You want a paddles board, and so you phone them up, or you download a guide, or you download the price list, whatever that is. Like they should get a phone call. Hey, John, I noticed you've just downloaded our price list. Do you want me to walk you through that? What are you using it for? How big do you need? How many people are going to go on it? Where do you live? Is it going on a lake? Is it going in the sea? I don't know if that makes a difference. Salt water, I don't know. Like imagine now you're into a consultative sales call. Do you think that person's going to buy? Absolutely. Now imagine you wait a week. Oh, I noticed last week you downloaded our guide. What? A guide for what? Paddle boards. Oh no, we don't want that now. Like we bought a skateboard or we bought something else. We bought a canoe. Like if you'd have called them up on the day, you had an opportunity to sell them a paddleboard. But now you've left it a week. They've gone cold. They've gone elsewhere. They've done something else. They've slept. They've got drunk. They've gone to work. A million other things have all happened. We've forgotten what on earth who you are and why they even downloaded the thing in the first place. And then they'll deny, no, I didn't. I didn't download anything. No, you did. I got 12:22 p.m. on Tuesday last week. You downloaded it. Here's your email. No, not me. Like literally, we've had arguments with people who've downloaded stuff because we left it too late to actually call them back, and it was only a day later, right? So you've got to be very quick. The longer you leave it, the deader it gets when it comes to leads. And so you've got to be building an automation system around this. So we use Calendly. That then sends the email into a system. There's a whole bunch of automations around that about sending text messages and emails. Don't forget our call is in a day. Don't forget our call is in an hour. Don't forget our call is in 10 minutes. Hey, we're live on the call. All that stuff is really, really important. Actually, one thing I've missed out is that we don't do, we're now on that call. And that's actually something that we do need to do with the link back to the call, because that would probably increase the number of people that show up. But you've got to build an automation. And if you don't know how to do that, that's fine. That's why we exist, so that we can come out and help you. And let's just finish up on the cost of not following up. Like your competitors, if they have this in place, and you might be lucky, because most businesses are the same. Most businesses don't have a follow-up system. But if your competitors do, they're taking your business. They are literally stealing your customers underneath your nose. They're pulling the rug from underneath your feet, and that's why you're struggling to close sales, because they've already bought from somebody else. You implement a follow-up system that with automation, with a sales call, with a pre-call, whatever that needs to be, you're going to start taking back some of that business. Now, if none of your competitors have any of that, many don't, okay, lead generation at best is average for most businesses. Follow-up at best is dreadful for most businesses. If you can do those two things really well, you're going to close so much more business. It's going to be life-changing. And that actually scares some people. And as I say the words coming out of my mouth, something came up for me as well. Gosh, imagine having too much business. I don't want too much business. Couldn't cope then. Like, what a ridiculous thing to say. No wonder psychologically you're struggling to close business from time to time if you're saying to yourself, oh, I don't want too much. No, we want all of it. We want every bit of business. We want every Facebook ads client in the UK. We'll put everybody else out of business. And maybe we'll leave them some crumbs, right? Maybe. But hell no. Like maybe we should build a call center so that we have a whole nurture system and a whole nurture team ready to go. And we already have that for things like emails and setting up Calendly appointments. And we have a team in place for that. We just don't have the people on the phones. Although we have a guy, Douglas, who's very, very good at following up our leads. And we recommend him to other people as well because he's that good. And we only recommend them to clients, of course. We don't recommend him to random people. Because it helps our clients close more business, which means they stay with us longer, it means we're more grateful, and so on. So I hope you found that useful. I know I certainly did. Going through my list, it just re-emphasizes that we're on the right path. And if you're not doing any of that, there's some easy steps in there that you can be doing, but you should also be doing all of it. All the retargeting adverts should be going out. Your nurture email campaign, that should be going out. Your Calendly with appointment reminders, that should be going out. Emails, that should be going out. at least once a week for an email. All of it has to be set up and all of it has to be done consistently in order for you to get those results. And if you're not doing it consistently, that's one of the reasons why you're not getting those results. All right, I hope you find that useful. We'll catch up with you on the next one. My name's Dan Latto. Have a great